Snow whipped against my face as I trudged through the unforgiving Ural Mountains. The expedition had started with high spirits, laughter, and the promise of adventure. But now, it felt as if the mountain itself was trying to expel us from its icy grip. I was the last one left. Days earlier, our group had set up camp at the base of the pass. The air was bitterly cold, and the wind howled like a pack of wolves. That first night, I awoke to the sound of a distant, unearthly wail. It was unlike anything I had ever heard, a mournful cry that seemed to come from the very heart of the mountain. The others dismissed it as the wind, but a deep unease settled within me. By the third night, the unease had spread through the group like a virus. Tensions were high, and tempers flared over trivial matters. The feeling of being watched was inescapable. Shadows seemed to move just beyond the light of our campfire, and strange footprints appeared in the snow around our tents, larger than any animal tracks we could recognize. On the fourth day, we found the first body. His face was contorted in terror, eyes wide open, staring into the void. There were no signs of a struggle, no wounds, just pure, unadulterated fear. Panic set in. We argued about whether to turn back, but the decision was made for us when another member disappeared that night, leaving behind only a trail of blood leading into the darkness. Desperation took over. We decided to push forward, hoping to find answers or at least escape whatever malevolent force was hunting us. But the mountain had other plans. One by one, my companions fell to the unseen terror. Their screams echoed through the pass, and each loss left me more isolated, more frantic. One night, as I huddled alone in my tent, the wail returned, closer this time. The walls of the tent began to shake violently, as if gripped by a powerful hand. I burst out into the frigid night, only to be met by a wall of white. The storm had come in full force, obliterating any sense of direction. Blinded and terrified, I stumbled through the snow, the cries of my lost friends mingling with the wind. It was then I saw it, a hulking, shadowy figure looming just at the edge of my vision. It moved with an unnatural grace, gliding over the snow, its eyes glowing with an otherworldly light. I ran, heart pounding, every step a struggle against the deepening snow. I found refuge in a small cave, hidden from the storm. Exhaustion took over, and I fell into a restless sleep, plagued by nightmares of the creature. When I awoke, the storm had passed, but the sense of dread remained. I knew I couldn't stay there forever. For days, I wandered, surviving on melted snow and what little rations I had left. The figure haunted my every step, always just out of sight, a constant reminder of the fate that awaited me. I was driven by a single thought: escape. Finally, I stumbled upon an abandoned cabin, its door hanging ajar. Inside, I found remnants of past expeditions, old supplies, and a journal. The entries spoke of the same terror that had decimated my group, describing the creature as an ancient guardian of the mountain, a spirit of vengeance against those who dared trespass. The journal's last entry was chilling. "We are not welcome here. The mountain wants us gone. It feeds on our fear, our souls." Determined to survive, I fortified the cabin, barricading myself inside. The figure circled the cabin every night, its presence a constant reminder of my impending doom. Days turned into weeks, my sanity fraying with each passing moment. I could feel it, wearing me down, waiting for the moment when I would give in to despair. One night, as the creature's wails pierced the silence, I realized the true horror of the Dyatlov Pass. It was not just the creature that haunted these mountains, but the spirits of those it had claimed. Their whispers filled my mind, pleading for release, for someone to break the cycle of terror. But I was no hero. I was just a survivor, clinging to life in a place that wanted me dead. As I sat in the darkness, the creature's eyes glowing through the cracks in the cabin walls, I understood that my fate was sealed. The mountain would never let me go. I am the last one left, a prisoner of the pass, destined to join the legion of lost souls who came before me. The Dyatlov Pass does not forgive. It does not forget. And now, it has me.